Atari 2600, introduced in 1977. Nintendo Entertainment System, 1983. Sega Genesis, 1988. Super Nintendo Entertainment System, introduced in 1990. PlayStation, 1994. Nintendo 64, 1996. PlayStation 2, 2000.
And thus gaming consoles evolved into the 2000s, from PlayStation 2 to Xbox, GameCube, Xbox 360, Wii, and the PlayStation 3, all the modern gaming consoles that you are familiar with today. But before all this, gaming was started on the computer. In 1961, the first computer game was created by MIT students.
Currently, the world of gaming is alive and thriving. Even now, there are recreational games that are not technically considered educational, provide many educational aspects. PC games such as Spore explain the theory of evolution by allowing the player to make their own creature more and more advanced. Online gaming also has evolved in the past few years. Games such as Diablo, Guild Wars, and World of Warcraft provide entertainment and an interactive network of people to communicate and work together with. As games evolve, so too do the uses of gaming. Most specifically, their uses in the classroom.
In a technology-based society, integrating education and technology is critical. Today's generation has been raised with technology. The use of computer-based games is common, and it's increasing in several places, including the classroom. Exploration of game-based learning has led to the discovery of various benefits. Games may be selected by the design of the program and the subject area the game targets. Currently, endless amounts of educational games exist in every discipline and every gaming style. Educational games may also be used to accommodate a wide variety of learning styles. Drill-like games seem to be effective in primary mathematics. Caboose is one of many companies who offer this style of online games for children. Tutorials are also an efficient method to introduce young students to new topics. Cooperative games develop positive interdependence and communication skills, and challenging games breed problem-solving skills which require cognitive thinking. The goal of educational games is to get students more engaged in the learning process. However, the topic of a virtual lesson must be aligned with state standards to be of educational value. Flexibility to emphasize different academic standards, content areas, and current events is necessary. The game itself should include supplementary material. Fantasy, challenge, control, competition, social interaction, and diversion are all said to be elements of a computer game structure. Computers are an effective tool in human life. Society, as well as education, relies on digital technology. Rather than watching television, people are playing video games. An increase in gaming should be recognized and applied to education. Rather than being uninvolved, students can be proactive by doing, reflecting, understanding, and applying their knowledge to educational computer games. No matter which subject an educator is teaching, computer-based games can be of assistance. Educators must close the gap between digital immigrants and digital natives by progressing from former teacher methods to implementing new technology in the classroom.
Online games provide interactive human communication and potential for great things. Second Life is one such game that provides limitless potential. The creative aspect of Second Life is limitless in the fact that you can create almost anything within the game. Using the writing of computer code and virtual design to create an object, a teacher could explain physics. It's also an outlet for the imagination as well as a source of learning. By both creating scenarios and becoming part of the scenarios, Second Life is a powerful learning tool used by many. Second Life provides vast possibilities of construction and creation, which can be sold as objects in-game by its creator. By creating items and manipulating land, one has the potential to build almost anything the mind can conjure up. Many teachers have noticed this potential and thus created masterful displays of digital craftsmanship. For example, people have created online libraries as well as digital representations of historical places. The historical places are to scale with immaculate designs and accuracy to their real-life predecessors. There are also guest speakers who have their own avatars and present before an audience. Even the world of science is prevalent in Second Life. With the creation potential that Second Life offers, whole ecological systems can be created within the game. One of such ecological systems is the island of Svarga. It is complete with plant life, insects, and birds, which is self-replicating even now. It even includes a weather system and thus changes over time. The artificial system offers plenty of information that students would be able to interpret and teachers to use. For example, the ant harvesting simulation created for biology students. It essentially shows how ants explore and gather food by leaving pheromones. Another example is the Temple of Isis in ancient Egypt. Within the temple, online, there are artifacts and items you can purchase for your character in Second Life, like a gift shop. Professor Mary Ann Clark from Texas Wesleyan University uses Second Life as a tool to teach her students genetics. She has created laboratories that are interactive and usable to perform experiments, which creates actual data as it would in real life. There are more than a few possibilities within the realm of the game. The sheer potential of the game is practically unfathomable. If a person can think it, they are able to create it. Obviously, the game is interesting for students as they can create their own avatars and do things with them, interacting with the scenario that their teachers present.
Educational games in secondary schools provide good tools for students and allow students and teachers to join together several parts of a curriculum. For example, New York's Ramapo Central School District has projects which link classes across a curriculum like music. Students have clips that can be linked to their music shops, and a concert can be performed in the world of Second Life. And foreign language classes can even have a cultural day where they have authentic food and they have authentic dance and dress. And you can even create American history, and you can recreate the American Revolution and have students create avatars and dress their avatars in American Revolution and period clothing. Doing things like huge multi-curricular events, like I mentioned before, gives Second Life and other virtual environments the feel of a game, which in turn entices children and high school students to want to get into the environment and learn. In conclusion, if as a result of using environments like Second Life, teachers hear students say things like, "Someday I could really be a scientist," that would be a true accomplishment.